Hi, today we're going to be tying a black diamond steelhead fly. This is going to be a lot of fun to tie, so let's go ahead and take a look at the materials that we're going to be using today. The materials that we're going to be using, we're going to use a number 4 salmon or steelhead hook. Here I'm using a 4 extra long. You can use a standard, that won't be any problem. We're going to use some silver tinsel. I'm using a size 14. We are going to be using some black poly dubbing. We're also going to need some peacock sword. If you don't have peacock sword, you can go ahead and use standard peacock. That'll be all right. We're also going to need some gray squirrel tail. We're going to need a good sized guinea fowl feather. We're also going to need some jungle cock eyes. I do have some real jungle cock eyes. They're hard to get. So today, for ease of use and availability, we're going to go ahead and use some synthetics. They're going to look just fine. They're easy to get. You can find them at most fly fishing stores. Let's go ahead and get our fly taken out of our vise. Get that set aside. We're going to go ahead and get our hook. Get our hook mounted in our vise. The thread that I'm going to be using today is a 6/0 thread, black. So we're going to go ahead and start our thread behind our eye. We'll start running that back. Go ahead and take our scissors, snip off our excess. Now we're going to go ahead and take our silver tinsel and pull off a section of that. This tinsel is silver on one side, gold on the other. So we're going to tie this in with the gold side facing out so that when we wrap it, our silver side will show. We get our tinsel on there. Gonna wrap this back. We're going to go around the bend of the hook. Right about there. Go ahead and get our thread out of the way. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take our tinsel, and you can see how when I wrap that around there, the silver jumped out. We're going to wrap down, then we're going to wrap back up over itself so that we can form our tag, just like so. We'll get our thread back down there. There we go. We'll turn that so that our gold is facing us again, so that when we start to wrap our rib, we'll have our silver shining out. We'll set that to the side for a moment. We're going to go ahead and take some of our dubbing wax. We'll get that on our thread. We'll take our black poly dubbing. We're going to start building up a nice dubbing noodle. Wrap that back to the back of our hook. Catch that dubbing in there. Pull that down, get that dubbing tight, and we'll start working our body forward. This is going to be a slender body. Doesn't have to be real heavy. This is going to be a nice, slender, delicate fly. It's going to look good in the water. It's going to be very attractive. Try to tighten that up a little more. It's not bad. Now we're going to go a little farther with it, so we're going to get some more dubbing wax on there. A little more poly dubbing. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and take our rib. We're going to wrap that forward. You can see how the silver jumped back out for us. Just nice, even wraps. All the way up towards the eye of the hook. There we go. We'll catch that in place. We'll take our scissors and snip off our excess. We'll go ahead and hold on to that because we'll get another fly out of that. Make sure that's locked in there. That looks good. Now we're going to go ahead and take our peacock sword. We're going to pull off 4 to 6 strands. Try to get those all orientated so they're going in the same direction. We want this peacock sword to come back just about to the end of the tinsel, to the tag. Go ahead and take a loose wrap. Then we'll take some binding wraps. Yeah, that looks good. We're going to leave that right there. Take a couple more wraps just to lock those down, one behind. We'll snip our tag ends off. That looks good. I'm happy with that. And we're going to roll this over. We're going to take our guinea fowl we've got all this fluff on here, so we're going to pull this fluff off, get that out of the way. And we're going to tie in the throat. So with this, we're going to pull off a decent amount, probably I'd say 12 to 15 barbels for the guinea. I'm going to get these up here. We want them not quite to the hook point. That looks pretty good right there. Just go around loose. And you can tighten that up. Try to make sure everything stays on the top. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that right there. We'll lock those in there. Just pull that back. Take a couple wraps behind them. A couple wraps back over. And we'll get in here. Don't snip your thread. We'll cut off those tag ends. Okay, those look good. Yeah, looks good so far. Now, we're going to go ahead and take our gray squirrel. We're going to pull off, not pull off, we're going to snip off a fair, a fair little amount here, because you don't want a real heavy wing, but you don't want a real sparse wing either. As you start tying, you'll get used to how thick, how much material you want. I'd say this is it's quite a few feathers, quite a few hairs. We're going to go ahead and set that on there. We don't want it, we only want it about as long as our body. So we know that's where we want it. So we're going to go ahead and snip off these ends. We don't need it real long, because once it's tied in, you don't want to have to try to cut those off. That looks good. So what we're going to do now, to help lock those hairs in, we're going to put a little bit of wax on our thread. We're going to set those up on the top. Take a loose wrap. That wax is just going to help capture those. It's a little long, so I'm going to go ahead and take it back off so I can shorten it up a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to snip off a little bit more, so just so we can shorten that. Put a little more wax on our thread. Just a loose wrap and tighten it up. Yeah, I like that. That's better. You can see how it, it comes about to the end of our body. Now on top of that fox, we're going to go ahead and use some more guinea fowl. And again, we're going to pull off probably 12 to 15 barbels. Those are going to set on the top of that. That's going to look good. We're going to go ahead and put some more wax on our thread to help lock those in. We're going to catch these in just from the tips. So we're going to do a loose wrap and then a binding wrap. Lock those down. Okay, those look good. I'm happy with that. Now we're going to take our artificial guinea fowl and start with the one on my side. And you can see the way this looks. And we're going to tie this in so that it's just about back here to where that white and black, where that black stops. We don't want these eyes too long. I'm going to take a loose collecting wrap. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. You can see that. We'll get that on there. Then we're going to go ahead and snip that extra off. Snip off that waist. Then we're going to go ahead and take our other guinea eye. We'll orientate that one on the opposite side of the hook. Take a loose wrap. Make sure it stays in place where you want it. That looks good. Yep, that looks good right there. Go ahead and take some binding wraps. Pull that back. Snip off our tag end. Get that locked down there. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and wrap up to our eye, and then we're going to go ahead and come back and build up our head. That looks really good. Go ahead and do our whip finish. Back to front. Lock our thread down. Come in here and snip off our thread. We'll go ahead and take our glue. Get our glue on our head. There we go. That looks good. Now that glue will soak into the threads and lock everything down real well. There we go. That is our black diamond steelhead fly. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go out, hit the water, do some fishing. We will see you on the water.